Alright, so this is downtown North Bend, I believe. It's hilarious. This is at the North Bend Annex. Mental Health Employee of the Month. How do you win that? Alright, so here's the dock. And the water looks pretty clear. It's flowing pretty fast. I think I've gone the right way. Gotta go up to the second floor. You can just see the water flow by the seaweed that's passing by. To go to the second floor and this thing wouldn't move, but the door's opened at least, so I'll walk it. This is as high as I can get for the behavior stuff. So this dock is falling apart itself. You know, that one's already fallen apart. Just a mess. And this one's pretty old. So apparently it's going to be a few weeks before them to mail my ticket to this Courthouse Annex. So it's definitely a waiting time. Even for doing a proxy, I can't like do that affidavit until they get the specific paperwork for me to do the affidavit. Just making note of the parking situation in front of this North Bend Library, since this is the only other library around here. 2-hour parking, 15 minutes. Okay, 2 hours for these guys. And that's over there it looks like it's for maybe the post office. Closest parking that's not regulated would be across the street, it looks like. I don't know about parking in the library parking lot. If I could get away with, I don't see any signs across the street, so I would do that. There's a little bit of snow on this dock. Should melt pretty soon. Got a seagull up top of this thing. Some kind of a lighthouse, maybe? And yeah, this thing is separate from everything. You can see that there's no way to walk on it. The seagulls are hanging out on it. Just a very large inlet. And then parking is just not really an option. I don't think I'd want to park in their parking lot. It's kind of small. I don't know how busy it gets. It might get busy with a lot of homeless people, so parking isn't an issue, but I have to see later how it all works out. It's not far from the City Hall and the courthouse. Parking on this side of the library would be too cramped. Alright, so further down, from this pier I didn't even notice this dock. I didn't see any cost. I'm sure it costs something. You gotta pay for that camp host. Wow, that's pretty neat. Is that attached to the concrete? Is that thing right there? It looks like it is. Designed for ships. Because this area has a lot of rich European history going back to the 1840s, like it said on the sign. And a lot of it's been abandoned now, so all we see today are relics of the old system, like this docking system. People could, back in probably the late 1800s, were walking out onto this and trading. This is probably a trading dock. Now it's just a seagull rest. You can see seagulls in like every pole, practically. Oh, and a pigeon. Wait, where? Oh yeah, and a pigeon. Pigeon, what are you doing out on the water? They can't swim. Alright, that's a library. There is no regulation for parking here, although they got these yellow things. There are parking lines. So even near the city hall, well, it is kind of regulated, but maybe not too bad. So, parking next to this fire department, these guys are outside. It's quite open, actually, and unregulated. Alright, and then a little bit more evidence of the old, whatever they had, structure of some kind. Old concrete, all bent and out of shape. That thing. And what's all this? This line of poles right on the sand. They had quite an operation here. Whatever these things would stick out for. Hold up the planks. I guess, well, you can see all the erosion. Wow. This erosion probably was not here before. So you could imagine that the sand was, the land stuck out a little bit closer to the whole pier system. This must have been a major road of some kind. Either that or this is just a dumping ground for old excess concrete. It's hard to tell. I'm guessing it's just a dumping ground. Oh, that happens a lot. Old pier is where it extended out. So it's about 20 feet in width. And then, yeah, they have a wall here. Yeah, you can see the erosion really took after. Yeah, this used to be a road for sure. All covered up with sod and grass now. Actually have a designated parking cell. I should probably zoom in on that. Parking by permission only. And some guy's selling firewood, another guy's selling his own car. I've never seen that before in any city where they actually have a designated spot for that. Alright, you can see the Coos Bay boat building. Oh, pretty new too. But that pier they're on is not that new looking. Right, another Safeway. I think it's a part of like a mall shopping complex. See more of the old pier extended way out and to the end there, and now it's no good. I didn't see any no trespassing signs, so I'm guessing they don't get enough people out here. Yeah, the door's open.